Alright, so this is the Harmony 880 by Logitech, a universal remote, and it's a great remote. I purchased one for my parents once I bought one for myself and tested it, and then I bought a lower model for my brother-in-law without the LCD screen. Well, anyway, I'm going to show you a common issue which I tried to find a fix online, and I saw blogs on it, but I didn't find a video on how to repair it. So I'm going to quickly show you. I already took this one apart, but I put it back together just so I could show you, give you an idea of what you got to remove and all that stuff. Alright, so this was on there. So I'm just going to start from the beginning. Alright, this is the battery. First, let me show you what the issue is. Initially, the issue was whenever I pushed the up volume button, it didn't work. As you can see now, it works. You could see that signal right there. So that's working, and then the mute button wasn't working. Oh, and it still isn't working. That sucks. Okay, so I gotta fix that because you gotta push it a little hard for it to work. And this button wasn't working. Now it's working. This button wasn't working. Now it's working. This button wasn't working. Now it's working. And the final button right here wasn't working. Now it's working. So I'm gonna show you how to fix. Right now, if it's on the outer edge, it's very easy to fix. And none of these buttons are an issue for me, but like I said, if it's on the outer edge, easy fix. If it's on the inside, good luck. And I'll show you why. But basically, here, let me show you how. This button's not working. This button's not working. This button's not working. And I'm not sure if you could hear me pushing it, but I am pushing it. I know if I push it harder, it's obviously going to work. See, that worked. That worked. That worked. And that one finally worked. But I got to really push down on it pretty hard. Now, a common fix is people just say, open it up. Well, let me open it up first, right? So, you take out the screw from there. Alright? Obviously take out the battery first, and I should be using electrostatic gloves and all that stuff, but this was just a quick attempt to try to fix it because it's been out of use for over a year now, and I figured let me just give it a try before I purchase a new one. I got this tool. It's a little plastic tool. You could use a credit card, but don't use a screwdriver because you're gonna mess up the plastic. So this is the top of the remote, and I'm starting from here. I'm just taking this in here, sliding it in there, and I should hear a couple of clicks soon. Let's start from the bottom. See a little opening over here. Alright, I heard a click, and then we'll work our way up. Alright, we're getting somewhere. And there we go. That's one side. Now we just rotate to the other side and slide it up. Oh. Alright. Alright. Alright, this is kind of difficult with the camera right in front of me, but I got this off pretty quickly earlier. Alright, I'm going to take this off, and just so I'm going to have to pause and take this off, alright, and just move the camera out of the way, and then I'll be back. Alright, so the cover's off. Now this is going to be connected to, there's going to be a connector right here, which goes right in there. Take that connector off. And like I said, I'm not wearing those gloves, and I'm not really being very gentle with it, but I just want to show you how to do it because I haven't seen a video out on YouTube. So basically these are the 4 buttons that are not working. Alright, these are the 4 buttons that I fixed, and what a lot of people have been doing, which is a temporary fix, is they add a little glue on I don't know if you could see, this camera sucks, but if you see, the back of this button, it has like little things that protrude out, little rubber things, and they push the contact, the metal contact over here in, and because the metal contact is concave, and so when you push it in, you hear a little, you feel a little movement, and that allows it to move. Anyway, so what we're going to do now is we're going to fix these 4 buttons. I showed you that they didn't work, and like I said, the outer edge is going to be easy, but all you have to do, and this, just be very patient. It's not difficult, it just requires a lot of patience. I'm going to try to capture it. Alright, so if you see over here, this is the LED lights, the white strip, that's all LED, and right behind it there's like a sticky tape that's right on top of the metal contact button that I'm talking about. So what we're going to do is, you can see where the sticky tape begins. I'm sorry, this camera sucks, so I'll have to get a new one soon, but this is where the sticky tape begins. I'm going to slowly, gently remove it. Alright, that side's off, and now let me take out this side. And what I plan on doing is taking out all 4 metal contacts. Alright, so I got that side off and this side off. Now this is the tricky part. Now under this tape, it's like a little thicker than Scotch tape, and meant for electronics and contacts. Anyway, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna slowly lift this Scotch tape thing above a little. And you gotta be very gentle. And if you have fat fingers, it makes it even worse. But I'm going to use a combination of, and you want to try to lift it off as much as possible. I'm going to try to use a combination of a screwdriver, a flathead, and if you can see right there is one of the contacts. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel it away from the tape, make sure that I don't cut into the tape. So I'm pushing it against Alright, so I see it right there. I want to try, oh, I did that without tweezers, wow. Alright, so you see that right there, the tiny, whoa, that tiny little metal concave contact. Alright. Okay, so now we're going to take that, we're going to set that aside. That's one of them. 3 more to go. We have the second one right here. Let me gently pry it off, push it against, and I'm going to just try to get the adhesive off of it just so I could easily take it out. I'll try it again without a tweezer, and I got lucky again. Alright, so that's the second contact. We'll put that right here. Now let's work on the third one. Third one is stuck on the sticky tape. I'm going to push it forward like that, and then I'm going to try to use the adhesive that's already on the metal contact to see if you can hold on to the screwdriver as I remove it. Ah, that worked. Alright, this is working out a lot quicker than the other side that I had to do. But let me not speak too soon. It's usually the last one that gives me the issues. Almost always. Alright, so now, doing the same technique, pushing it towards the board and removing it from the tape, and then try to use the adhesive. Okay, this one I think I'm going to have to try to use a tweezer. Let me grab my tweezer. Where is it? Alright, I got my tweezer. First, let me get a little room so I could fit a tweezer in between the board and the tape. Like I said, the last one is usually always the most difficult. Well, for me at least. You probably can't see anything with this crappy camera, but you know what, hopefully it'll help you and you could reuse your Logitech remote. Alright, so I'm creating a little gap in between, and now I got that gap. Now I'm going to take my tweezer and stick it right in there, and I got it out. Alright, so now we have all 4 contacts out. Okay, now I'm just going to gently put this down here, take my 4 contacts, and now this is the simple part. We're going to take each contact. I got one right here, and I have a spray bottle with just rubbing alcohol in it. Alright, and I could see that there's adhesive on the contact. Okay, let me move the remote out of the way. Move everything out of the way. Alright, now I just take this, spray it down, then I'm just going to clean it off and get all that adhesive off. And I can see on the top there's a lot. I'm going to take that Bounty and clean it off. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be coming off. I'm going to grab a Q-tip. Alright, I have a Q-tip right here. I'm just going to spin it on there. You can see it still has the adhesive on there because it's sticking onto the Q-tip. Alright, that looks pretty good. You get the idea, right? And repeat this with all the buttons. Alright, so this one looks pretty good to me. Alright, we're going to keep that aside since that's done, and repeat. Spray, Q-tip, spin the Q-tip on it. And just check closely if you see any of the adhesive on there. Flip it over. Same procedure. Spray. Now this is the part where you don't want to mess up, because if you don't clean that right, you just wasted all your time. So take your time and do this part. Make sure you got it all. This one's clean. 2 more to go. Alright. Spray. Clean it off. Flip it over. Do the same thing. Alright, that one's done. Last one. Alright, spray, Q-tip, and clean it off. I know a lot of you guys can't see anything, and I'm going to get a whole bunch of bad comments about how I have shitty lighting, but I'm going to get a new camera soon. I know how annoying that can be. Alright, so I got the last contact clean. Alright, and we're going to set that right there. Now we go back to the board, and what we're going to do is I take a little piece of Bounty. This part might not be necessary, but it worked with me before, so I'm just going to do it again. And I take that Bounty, take my thin little screwdriver. I don't even know how thin it is, but then I'm going to take it and I'm going to wrap the Bounty around the tip, make a nice sharp pinpoint, right? And I'm going to spray it one time right on the tip, maybe 2 times. Not so that it's soaked, but the tip is nice and wet. Get your head out of the gutter. Alright, so now we're going to just gently clean the contacts on the board. You know, like I said, maybe it will work without doing this part, but if I'm already here, why not just do it? Do it right. Cleaning the contacts. Just very gently. And you can see I'm getting some dirt, or it could just be the adhesive. Alright. That looks pretty good. Trying to stick it in further just so that I can get the side that's towards the LCD screen. Alright, now we take each contact. Now you're probably wondering, which side, how does it go? Well, this thing is concave, so it does matter which side you put it in. You just want it facing down like a button. So the concave part is facing down. Alright, the flat is on the top, and if you look at the bottom of this, it has a thin lip around it. Anyway, so we're going to take the part that has the lip on it, and that's going to be the part that goes down on the circuit board. So we're going to take this, I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to take this one and make sure I have it the right way, slide it in right there. Take this one, put the right side in, slide it in right there. Take this one, put it right in. I got a little piece of cotton on there. Alright, take this one, slide this one right there. Now it's all about precision. Take the screwdriver, and you want to make sure that you get this contact in the right place, and to do that you're going to need to fold that tape back, position this in the right place. Once you do, you'll see it looks even around the edges. This one is difficult. Try to flip over the tape a little more. Okay, that looks beautiful right there. Yeah, that looks good right there. Alright, now we'll try the next one. Move that a little up so that it's centered inside that middle circle. That looks good right there too. This one is too in. Pushed it too far in. So now I'm going to try to pull it out just a smidge. In order to do that, I gotta move it totally up. Alright, that looks good right there. And I just want to get it perfectly so that that lip is touching the contact on all sides. Okay, that's good. It's not perfect, so let's get it perfect. Still not perfect. Alright, that's perfect. Now we go into the last one, get that in place. That one was easy. Okay, so now I check everything over. Everything looks good. I take this tape and I push it down. Push it down, wrap the backing on it. Okay, wrap the backing on the other side that I did. Push it down so that the adhesive is going to hold it in place. Alright, now let's just put everything back together. We are going to put the connector in. Take the connector and push that right into there. Alright, take the cover for the infrared, and that goes like this. We'll just slide that in there. Okay, and now I touch the screen. I'm just going to clean it off. Alright, now what's next? Let's see, where is, oh, it's right here. So this is the cover. I'm just making sure I didn't forget anything. Everything looks good. Oh, and so I didn't have to put any glue behind the buttons or anything. Now we're going to take this, and you know what, before I put this on, let me just clean this side of the screen as well. Alright, looks good. Now we take the cover, the top, make sure this is in place. Should be nice and flat. And we put this right over here. Oh, you know what, before I do that, I wanted to do one more thing. You see wherever you see the sticky tape, I just want to push it downwards so it's out of my way when I'm snapping the cover back on, because that's going to increase the space between the button and the exterior button, the contact and the exterior button. So I just don't want that happening. I don't want to have to push hard whenever trying to turn on the TV or change the channel. So I'm just tucking the tape behind like that. Alright, that looks good. And just this last one that I need to do. Perfect. Alright, now I take this cover, put this right on top, and gently snap the middle first, work my way up. Alright, so now everything's snapped back into place. I'm not going to put the screws back in, I just want to test it and see if it works. Alright, so we got it in, and let's see, hit the OK button. Oh, that worked nicely. Alright, so now let's see, I'm going to hit watch TV. I'm going to do it so that it doesn't turn my TV on. The remote has now set up your system. Is everything okay? Hit OK. Now let's test. Works perfect. Works perfect. Works perfect. Works perfect. And there you go. Hope that helps you guys out. And if you like it, please comment and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Good luck.